Yeah. Wait, should we record this? Because I saw this on my feed and I was going to leave a comment and I saw your comment on it. And then I
Yeah.
didn't even end up leaving my comment.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay.
Okay. When you start your business, no one ever prepares you for what's in store. So finding someone else who just gets it is sometimes the thing that can keep you pushing towards those big vision board business goals.
We're turning our Zoom coffee chats into a weekly, unfiltered podcast for online business owners. There were so many good ones, we always wanted to record them and repurpose them for content anyways. And that's on being a social media manager.
I'm Jessica Sheehy.
And I'm Madeline Daigan. And this is
hashtag
managed. I think it's perfect.
I like it. I like it. Can you believe that we started this year out with like recording our first ever episode? And I don't know why, but that felt so scary. And now we're sitting here in person, batch recording to end out 2024 and go into the new year. I don't know. It's crazy.
I was actually thinking about that because our trailer says new year, new co-host, and I'm like, we're going to have to change that.
Yeah, we do need to update that. It's going to be new year, not same co-host, but like new year, I don't know. We need to probably get less cliche.
Upleveling. I don't even know.
Yeah, we'll come up with something better when we're post-holiday relaxation and time off. And
all our creative juices are actually recharging. Like
yes. Plus, I feel like we're recording this on like the last official work week of the year, which feels so nice. And wow, how crazy the year like flew by. But I'm excited for some time for like holidays and the new year and everything. Do you have any big New Year's Eve plans?
No, and I'm so okay with that.
Same.
I think we'll get the drinks flowing, and when I say drinks, I mean like the CBD drinks, the Maddie drinks flowing.
Yeah.
And we'll have, probably, knowing Brennan and I, probably Harry Potter.
I like
on repeat.
Yep.
And I'll be mood boarding. I still need to get some magazines to like the vision board that I made for this year. It's on a big poster. I just need to, and then I decided that on the backside I'm gonna do my 2025.
Okay.
And I was actually looking at it this week, and I think at the beginning of the week I was like, I didn't achieve anything on that vision board, but the more I reflected, the more I'm like, no, we actually did. So for instance, I put a lot of wellness stuff on there.
Ooh, yeah.
Like wellness obsessed. Yeah. And I actually do think I became wellness obsessed this year, because let's think about it. The cycle syncing. I've been consistent with my class pass and just discovering new workouts.
Yeah.
I've loved my nighttime and morning skincare routine. So
yeah, like self-care focus this year. I feel like you had to,
Where it's, it's hard though sometimes when you look at your vision board. So for instance, I had like a house and like other things on there where you're just like, oh dang, but it's just not right now. Yeah. What about you? Do you have any big plans?
I don't have any big plans, probably just like staying in, but I wanted to say something. I don't know if you like would expect this, or if anyone listening would expect this about me, but do you know what I really love about New Year's?
What?
I love New Year's superstitions.
What?
Yes. I'm like so superstitious.
Wait,
I don't know why.
Tell me. I don't think I know any of these.
Okay, so I don't know why I'm like really like this, but I've always been like this. I was such like a skittish kid. Like, let's be real, that's why. But I like love superstitions. So like, for example, like, and I think a lot of these stem from like how I grew up, like with like my family, like my parents, my grandparents, they like all do these, and so I come from like this kind of family. Like New Year's is our like time to like set these superstitions. So a few of them that I like remember. So on New Year's Day, like you're not allowed to like wash laundry at all. Like, so no one in my family washes laundry. Even if you like need something to wear, like, sorry, you're out of luck. Like, can't do it. I think the superstition behind it is like, it washes away good energy and like good vibes like for the year. So we don't want to do that. I could be so wrong, but I think that's just how like we, you know how things
Yeah,
change, right?
no.
Like, so there's that. My sister and I like, and even like Ryan too, like at midnight so you're supposed to technically eat 12 grapes at, I think, I don't even know. We just do it at night. We don't really put a timeline.
Okay.
I
I'm
think
like, I'm gonna sleep.
no, I think you could like, I think it really says like either at right when it hits midnight or like 11:59 to midnight you're supposed to eat 12 grapes. I can't eat 12 grapes in a minute. Okay? I'm not like a superwoman. I'm not like on the hot dog eating contest where I can do that. No. But I'll eat 12 grapes like throughout the night.
Okay. Okay.
And so that's supposed to be like 12 months of like good luck. Is
Okay.
something along those lines, which is like really important. So I looked up too because there's a lot of like other ones that I just feel like are so funny. And I don't know why, but I'm so superstitious. I love this. I feel like it goes hand in hand with manifestation,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
a little woo, a little not.
Love it.
Okay, so a couple of others are, so I don't like this, but my family does this because we're from the South. But eating like collard greens and black-eyed peas on New Year's Day, but I don't like either because I'm a picky eater. but collard greens represent like money, abundance, and black-eyed peas represent change, like money and change. But I'm a picky eater, so I don't do that. I know it's a tradition. I think it's like European or something. Like at midnight, run around the street with an empty suitcase, and you'll have like a year of good travels. I've never done it, but I'm reading it on
Okay.
this list, so I think it's so funny. A couple of others, and I'm seeing the ones that we do on here too. So I'm like, okay, we're not so crazy doing this. Like having cash in your wallet makes sense. I always have. Hopefully, just having random bills makes sense.
Okay.
Bringing in abundance is what it says.
Okay.
It says at midnight opening doors and windows. I don't know. Might be cold though.
I mean, do you guys sage? Because that's one thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I think is good. Yeah. Bring the good energy in. Yep. I think that's good. So yeah, I think, and then again, the other one that I think is so, I'm gonna say it out loud and it's so obvious, but like make some noise. I mean, you have the noisemakers and everything like for midnight, so I think that's really funny. But yeah, I think that's so fun, and obviously a midnight kiss I think is
Those are
one of the
I've
most.
never.
But it's so funny because these are all like legends or superstitions that like bring good luck, and I don't know. That's just something I like about like manifestation, or it's just like a good like pocket of like hope or peace for the new year. So yeah, I'm here for the superstitions. If you guys are listening and you have some, like, please tag us in them because I'm here for it and I will definitely add it to do it too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. So, like from last episode, we're batch recording here, and today we're going to share our 2025 goals. I'll kick us off with the first one. So in 2025, we are hoping to up-level our video for the podcast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm really excited about that one.
Yeah.
You guys have heard us say, or mainly me, say that I'm going to be my content era.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm ready for you guys to see Jessica like in her YouTube era. I'm now, what's the word I'm looking for? Declaring. I'm declaring 2025 Jessica's 2020 or YouTube era.
Oh boy. Okay. No pressure whatsoever. But I'm here for
we'll baby it. We'll baby our way into it with the podcast.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that goes hand in hand with just like upping the production of the show. Like I just feel like we're there, we're ready. Like, we need to produce like they like Call Her Daddy like did a whole new set in DC for Kamala Harris. Like we need our own thing that like we have. So yeah, I think like the next goal for 2025 kind of goes also really closely with this one too, but to like have our own recording studio. I think that makes sense. Just one spot we can go to where we can record the podcast, get great like audio, video, and I don't know, I think that would just help like alleviate, not like pressure, but it'll just kind of take away a big portion of the podcast, which is producing it if we know that, okay, we're going to get great audio video, it's going to be awesome. We know we're going to pass it off to Harmony with like no tech issues. So like, I think that's also going to be a big goal for 2025.
It's not on here, but I like to add to the recording studio. I'm still manifesting that we get an Airstreamer to be our recording studio. That's content we can create to like model it, like remodel it, you know. I love those videos.
Yeah, same. I'm here for it. We're like going
like, we'd make the husbands.
Oh yeah,
and they'd be
sure.
like, "Are you kidding me?" But
yeah, I think that's so funny because we're moving, and so we're in like a new house, and I think Ryan like put on his Christmas list, like we kind of did like our parents kept like hounding us for Christmas lists, and I don't know why, because they never have. Maybe because I just haven't said anything at all. Like, I think a big piece of it is, and I saw a TikTok video about this too, it's like, when I see something, I treat myself.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm like,
oh, yeah.
That's me.
Yep.
And I feel like
Yep.
that's just really me this year. And so anyway, Brian put that we needed like a workbench. And we used to have it like in our old house, and he would do a couple things here and there. He's not listening, so he's not knowing that I'm judging him about this. And I'm like, what the heck are you going to be building? Like, I mean, he can. Like, he's actually pretty good, but I'm like, no, we're not going to do it. But might need the workbench if we need to renovate our podcast studio. So, yeah, I think that would be really fun.
Yeah. Okay. Another goal that we have for 2025 is to create a platform where we can highlight you guys, our community, more. So maybe that's bringing on you community members as our guests, so that we can give you guys a place to showcase your experiences.
Yeah. I think that would just be so fun. That's one thing I think that's like our main like pillar of the podcast is community. So yeah, how can we just like lean into the community more? And we've met a couple people recently. We did the giveaway a couple weeks ago, and we did really fun coffee chats with a few of you. If you know, you know. You're probably listening to this episode, and we love you so much. But I think it would just be really fun to, I don't know, put more people's stories like in the forefront, you know, like of highlighting like everyone's like unique journey, like in business or social media marketing. So yeah, I think it would be really good to focus on community. I guess this one also is really similar to, like, we're just kind of like itching to do something in real life.
Yeah.
So in real life events or meetups for our community and for the podcast, I think would be really fun. There's just something about going to like in-person events and meeting people who you've probably talked to online, or collaborating, creating content, like learning from each other. Yeah, we had a couple of team members at Social Savvy go to a conference quite a few days ago, actually, and I like have major FOMO.
I do too.
And they keep giving us FOMO in the best way possible. But it just like really solidified, like, yes, that is a big goal for 2025. Like, how do we connect more and bringing it back to the community? Like, there's so many awesome people that, I mean, we've even met so many people in the Facebook group who they're social media managers for the coolest businesses. Like, I wouldn't even dream that was like a reality to have that as a client. There's some people who have like the coolest niches, and I'm like, I don't know, so cool. I just want to like meet and like chat with them. So I think that's a really big goal that we can have for the new year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think goals are like always evolving too. Like, so I'm sure we'll come up with more ideas as we are like sending them between like myself, Maddie, and Harmony. But I think like going beyond like setting these goals, we really like to like dream and create these like visions. But I think as a team, we're also really good at like, how do we actually achieve those goals? So we use Asana as our project management tool to just keep track of, you know, planning podcast episodes, and okay, Maddie's planning this episode, I'm writing this for it, Harmony's of course editing, producing, and, you know, publishing and doing all of that. So we use it for like the day-to-day like you know, tasks, but we also use it to plan out our goals and to put them like, you know, pen to paper. It's obviously not, it's digital, it's finger to laptop, keyboard, whatever. But anyway, just putting it in there and having literally creating a section, and whether you're a pen and paper girl, like have a notebook that's specific to your goals. Go in your Asana, go in your tool that you're using online, create a board that's just goals. Call it goals, 2025 goals, goals I want to achieve. I really like being clear, like putting in like goals I will achieve, like affirming, like, yes, we got this. And then mapping out every single thing that you think of. And whether you're a solopreneur, you have a team like we do, mapping out like who's going to own what, who's going to lead this goal or lead this project or create the ideas for that, and when realistically can that happen. I mean, I think you don't need a goal for every month. Like, I really don't think. I think you can, like, stretch them out over a couple of months. Like, especially, right, like, if we're going to plan an in-person meetup for the community, we're probably not going to do the planning in January and the event in February, just considering how much goes into it. But really getting clear and mapping that out. And I think that's one of the best things for setting goals is, like, how are you actually going to achieve those goals? And we look at it every year, like the goals that we create, and we're like, did we hit this? Awesome. We celebrate it if we did. If we didn't, do we still want to do it in the next year? And if we don't, okay, we'll just mark it off. We don't need to do it. Or if we do want to do it, when can we actually fit it in?
I also think this has been a huge lesson for me, or it was a huge lesson. So when I was first starting off, I think I looked at everything. Like, I had all those goals and felt like I needed to achieve them all right there and then. And, like, what I really was not good at breaking them down by quarter or just the steps, where it's like really understanding that goal and the steps or even habits you have to create to achieve that goal.
Yeah.
And be consistent with it. And I think being on the goal setting meeting with you guys too, I'm just always learning to be better at goal setting.
Yeah.
And
same.
so I'm going to say that that has been a weakness, but I'm proud that I think with the boutique even that I've taken some of these lessons that Jessica has taught me into my day-to-day life.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So, like, that is just, I hope that message also lands in the right earbuds, whatever.
Yes. Yep.
Just so if you're feeling overwhelmed, like, it should be fun. Goal setting should be fun, and you can make it fun. And I will say this, too, where there's so many books out there, I think, and webinars or whatever, teaching you how to goal set, and that there's multiple ways. Find what works for you.
Yeah.
Find what works for you, and that's same with, I think, anything in business.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's great. I like that. That's really good advice. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah. So we also asked our audience, you guys, our lovely community members, to share a few of their goals on the hashtag hotline. So here's what they had to say.
Hi, hashtag managed. My name's Rachel, and I wanted to share some of my goals for 2025. So I have two main goals. I think my biggest one would be to fully be supporting myself with clients, and I'm almost there. I'm so excited. So just signing on like 1 to 2 more clients for the year. And then I want to learn a new skill that I can use to add on to like my packages I offer. So email marketing is something I really want to learn. I guess actually I have 3 goals. And then my third goal is to continue growing my personal influencer page and working with more brands. I'd love to hit 10K this year. So that is my 3 main business related goals for 2025. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. You are all so inspiring to me.
Hi, hashtag manage. This is Brianna. My 2025 goals would be, as far as business, probably traveling more, doing content shoots in different places, and then working with a dream client, specifically maybe somebody in the sports field. It's like a sports team. And then a personal goal I had was to read more. My big goal is to reach 100 books this year. I don't know if I'll reach it, but that is a personal goal I have for 2025.
Hey guys, it's Harmony. My first goal is to kick this cold, so I'm sorry if I sound a bit rough on this. But my personal goals this year are to get back into my routines. I felt like I kind of fell off in 2024, so getting back into just like having more of a morning routine and a workout routine and all that good stuff, and traveling lots more, checking more states off my lists and more places, and finally finishing our house projects would be huge, so I'm adding that on there too. And then for business, hope to travel lots more and work with a lot of new and exciting clients, and I also put or refine some of the current tasks on my plate and just kind of get better at a little bit of everything that I'm doing and put more focus towards certain areas within the collective, within the podcast, clients, etc. So yeah, thanks for listening.
All right, it was so good hearing from all of those goals for 2025, and we're going to keep the hashtag hotline open for a little longer. I don't know, I feel like I'm on a radio host saying that. So if you want to submit your goals for 2025, like even further into January and into the new year, feel free to go to the show notes or hashtagmanage.com and submit that hashtag hotline. You'll see the button to record, you'll see the question, share your goal, and we'd love to hear it and air it here on the podcast. But before we wrap up this episode of Hashtag Managed, we wanted to touch back on our 2024 marketing predictions for the year, because next week's episode is all about our 2025 marketing predictions. So I'm going to read through these predictions, Maddie. We have 4 of them. So I'm going to read them, and you kind of like rate or grade or however you're feeling on how we did for this one. So we had 4 in total, and so let me read them specifically. So the first one is the increasing significance of engaging in more direct conversations with the audience via direct messages.
I'd say we were spot on with that one.
Yeah.
Because Well, I don't want to jump ahead, but I will say I can see 2025 continuing in that direction.
Yes, I agree. Number 2, a shift in the influencing landscape, moving towards de-emphasizing traditional influencer marketing.
So de-influencing? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would say, again, pretty spot on.
Yeah, I think that definitely happened. I mean, businesses are changing their gifting, who they're working with. Yeah, I think we definitely saw that in 2024. Number 3, the emergence of personal branding and tapping into one's existing personal brand to be a trendsetter.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of a good example.
You know what comes to mind? And just for like, I just think because it's so prevalent on my feed, like kind of currently with like the holiday marketing landscape still going on, but just like celebrity-owned brands. Like they have a big personal brand. Of course, they're celebrities in their own right, but they lean into it specifically. And I think we've talked about it. Sometimes celebrities do a great job at like creating a business, and sometimes they kind of miss the mark. But like for example, I think of Emma Chamberlain, like obsessed with her brand, Chamberlain Coffee,
her Black Friday.
Yes, everything she does, you just know it's Emma Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Like I it's so hard to put your finger on it, but when you know a brand, you know it. And so I think that's just consistency. I mean, she's been online for so long.
Yeah.
So I think any brand, or, you know, you guys listening, you guys can tap into your own personal brand and just be consistent, and that's all you really have to do.
Yeah.
Because then you're ahead of everyone. And finally, number 4, highlighting the importance of prioritizing email list growth over just focusing on Instagram followers.
I mean, what was it, just a few weeks ago, Meta was down.
Yeah.
And so yes.
Yeah.
You don't own your social media, you own your email list. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it back to the community.
Yeah.
I think your email list is your community through and through. Those are the people who want to hear from you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, we were pretty spot on. Like, pat on the back. Like, that was good. Insert, like, audience applause there. I think that was good.
All right, guys. So be sure to subscribe to the newsletter for our weekly reports and what is on our feed. And Happy New Year.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you have a good rest of the week. If you're kind of taking it off like Maddie and I and Harmony and all of us on the team are, yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll be back next week with our 2025 marketing predictions in the new year, and we'll catch you on the airwaves.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode. If you made it this far, I think we've officially become internet besties. You can always call into the hashtag hotline and say hello, leave a review, or ask your burning questions.
Make sure you follow, rate, and review the podcast wherever you're listening from. Subscribe to the Social Club newsletter for our weekly email, and shoot us a DM over at #managed on Instagram, letting us know what your biggest takeaway was from this episode.